So everyone, I finally got those coulters on, and I'll show you guys what I got done and what they look like. After a lot of cursing, swearing, and broken tools, I finally got them off. So I'm just cleaning up now, and actually I'm going to show you guys feeders too and show you the difference. So here, that one right there is the new one I just put on. This one is also a new one. You'll notice it doesn't have this little stick thing right here that was rednecked up, so they didn't slide out. But I got a family member that does more farming than I do in to take a look and see what I would need. He suggested if I wanted to make it plow a little nicer to get bottoms, or I can't remember the terminology, the bottoms. They could be sharper. If it's a sharper blade, it kind of makes it so it cuts nicer in my clay. One of the commenters had mentioned trash cleaners on the top. I'm still 50-50 on them. I've heard that it makes a big difference in corn stubble. If you guys don't watch all of my videos, I don't do any corn, zero corn. I have no intention of ever getting into corn. All I ever do is hay and cattle. That's all I do. I might do a little silage, not corn silage, but like haylage if I really wanted to, just because it allows as a nurse crop. But that's the only trash I really have to deal with. So just sod more than anything. I've heard it makes a difference, but not a massive on sod. It's more for corn stubble. So I just wanted to clear that up. I've priced out those parts. I've priced out the cleaners, or whatever they're called, the landslides, and the crap shoes or bottoms or whatever they're gonna call them, or blades or whatever they're called. They're all priced out. I just haven't gotten to get them yet. I also did get a manual for it, just a printout manual, just because it's nice to have manuals, even for what you know to do what. It makes a big difference. I can go through a manual 10-15 times and not find out all the information that's in there. So especially on North American equipment, I find they're really good. So this is what I got here. This is the feeder difference. So this feeder wasn't that bad when I bought it. My cattle, after they got one smash, they smashed it all. But this is the big difference. You see how narrow that steel is right there? All they do is bend that. They're too heavy to deal with that. This, I think, was designed for smaller operations or horses. But this is what I wanted to show you. You see this? This bale started over here, and all they did was push it. So they pushed it, and then they flattened this out, and now this all gets wasted. I didn't plan on doing this kind of trial, but they were the same size bale that I put in. You can see how far this all gets stretched out. And now I'll take you to the other one, to the new one, and what it looks like. This is the new one here. You might say, oh, it looks like it's pushed. Well, here, I'll just grab this for a second. That's all that's there. That's a little bit, and then we hit dirt. It's not much at all. They can't push it. They've clearly tried. All this is when they pull the hay out with their mouth, they pull out too much, and then it drops out of their mouth. And then usually the little small calves will come up and clean that up because they're not big enough to fight for the feeder holes. But I put 2 bales in only because I was kind of nursing the bull. And I just wanted to make sure he had plenty of feed and plenty of access to water so he could get better. So he's doing a lot better. He's with the herd now. That's when you know he's doing a lot better, is when he can kind of stay with the herd, because that's kind of his go-to. Sorry, multitasking. He's with the herd, so that means he can breed. That means he can be the bull that he always wants to be. When he's not with the herd and he's laying down more, you know that he's not feeling as well. But that isn't really happening. He's really staying with the herd nice, so he must be feeling a lot better, which I like, because a lot of people might think I'm babying them, but you have to invest a lot of money in your bull. They're not cheap, and you don't want to be losing a bull over stupidity or even a small cost, because it makes a big difference in your herd. I'm going to show you guys in another video. I wish I would have got it. My phone died. the comparison on comparing my old cattle, what they come out with, what they're producing for calves, and what a pin scour looks like. Just watching Candy grow and comparing her, because I know when she was born, because the breeder kind of told me everything I needed to know. So I know which one's born at the same time, and comparing weights, comparing meat quality, comparing amount of meat on the carcass, and it's a big difference. It's a massive difference. So I'm looking to continue on the pin scour trail. The only thing I am still waiting on and I have not seen is calving season. So that is another question mark yet, but we shall see. I really hope that they calve well, or that they prove to be good calvers. That's kind of where we're at, so I'm just waiting on that, and hopefully they prove to be good calvers, because they look like they're putting on more meat per pound on the animal. Even if they're the same weight, there's more meat, and that all means a better processing percentage. And when you're doing your own meat, like I'm trying to get into, it is money in your pocket, because that means for the amount of weight you're shipping and moving, that's more meat per pound on the animal, which means more profit. And profit is good, because that profit pays for this equipment. So thanks for watching, guys. Feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe. As always, take care, keep farming, keep having fun, and tell your friends.